I really wish people will focus on themselves and their relationship with God instead of running around here with picket signs trying to condemn everybody on the earth and worry about who they are when they wake up every day and what their relationship is to God, and do what God called them to do. Because God, I promise you, God didn't put nobody on this earth to go and condemn other people, because we were all born into sin. That's not our job, and I wish people would understand that.
Coming live on your radio, what they want, that real and raw, how they get it, DJ Focus, what we doing, making music, reaching the corner, and it's all for the kingdom, and we gon' make sure they know it. We gon' take it there. I like red letters over trap beats to fix it, saying, DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up.
Yes, sir. Welcome back. DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the Fixx, your number one source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. Y'all know the vibes. It's time for our spiritual detox. We got a special one for y'all. We always talking about, people who have been in spaces that a lot of you artists in our space would love to be in, and transition and be able to talk about faith and perspective on faith and just the business part of hip-hop all together. So I got the super talented Martina Marie on with me. What's going on, sis?
What's going on? Thank you for having me.
For sure. You've been active. You've always been on the gram and been out here active and letting people know you've been doing this for a long time. So for those who may not know you, just reintroduce yourself. Let people know, a little bit of your history of doing music, how you got into it, and where we are now.
Well, I'm Martina Marie, aka OG Martina Marie. That's just put the emphasis on I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I really got it. I've been doing music since I was a kid, choir, female groups, and just having the music a part of my life. I just decided this year actually to take that kind of, that turn into a more godly Christian approach. And I really don't even like to call it Christian. I just like to say I'm really spiritually in tune now. And so yeah. So like I say, I've been doing music for a long time, since a kid, but I really started recording and putting going in the booth and making songs in about 2016, putting music in 2018, and just actively, staying in people's faces on my timeline and on social media, and just kind of like making a name for myself in the social media world over the years. Yeah, I don't know if that answered everything, but yeah.
No, that's good. So when did you know you had the gift, though? Because it's one thing to just play around with rap, but when did you know, like, no, I can really do this?
I think I went viral in 2016 when I had did like a poem off of that Monica So Gone beat. It was like a challenge going around, and I did that, and like it went viral on Facebook, and I was like, what the heck? Like the responses I was getting back, and people they liked it, and so I ended up doing another one, and then boom, that one went viral too, and I was like, oh, take this serious. I didn't, you kind of have it, but then, to see people, embrace it, and the feedback, it kind of like solidifies it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real. Especially when you got
Yeah.
celebs reaching back out to you saying that was dope. So I feel you on that.
Okay. Yeah.
So walk us through a little bit of the career, though. So like, before we get into, you doing more faith-based or inspirational rap, whatever you want to call it, like walk us through just what has been your experience in the industry. You've been on a lot of platforms. You done made a lot of music. Let's be very clear. So walk us through a little bit of that. What did you learn? What did you learn?
I learned a lot. I built a lot of character. I learned a lot of the business. I was a lot of green at first, but now I know. You know how Sarah Jakes, she say God set you in the room to show you what the room looked like. You know what I mean? I feel like that was me. Just to get to see the industry and people and how people move, and So I started off in my car rapping, and I started putting out music in my city. I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio. I don't know if everybody know, but my city embraced it, and I started, getting put on radios and all of that, just literally from my car. And then I ended up getting signed to 1501 a couple years ago. That experience was quite interesting. But then, I walked away from that label for a lot of personal reasons. Uh, I've went viral. I've won a lot of challenges. Hitmaker flew me out to LA, and I got to be on set with like Lotto and Young Ma, Chinese Kitty, all of them. Um, for the Thought Box song, and then Missy Elliott did reposted me, Jill Scott, you know what I mean? A lot of celebrities comment, a lot of people eyes is on me, Master P come follow me, a lot of people, I can name a lot of people over the years, and so now I was like, now that I'm kind of like, you know, changing up what I'm talking about, I feel like it's a more positive impact on people. Not to say that what I was talking about before wasn't, of it wasn't really of much substance. I say, but like I said, I did the label thing, independent, back independent, and yeah, that's where we at right now. We kind of back at square one, but not at square one. We still got the foundation built. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like where we gonna go from here, type of thing. So.
Listen, I didn't know you was from Toledo, Ohio. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised. So
What?
yeah. So I had already heard of you and knew about your music and know about your dad's music too as well. So
What?
for the haters, tell the people about our scene in Ohio, because a lot of people think all we ever had was Bone Thugs and Harmony. Just tell them about the scene in Ohio and how we got bar spitters. No, I'm just keeping it a buck. I've been a DJ there all my life, born and raised again from East Cleveland, so I know we've had heavy hitters everywhere in Ohio. So just speak about the Ohio rap scene from your personal experience.
You want me to be honest though? I'm not even gonna sit up here and cap like I know too much about it. I really don't. You know what I mean? I know
All
some
right.
local people from my city. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I do know about Thugs and Harmony. Like I moved out of Ohio when I was 18, fresh. You know what I mean? I moved
Right.
to Houston. Shoot, I've been down here for like 13, 14 years. So, like, not to say like I don't keep up with back home, but I do know it's a lot of people that's doing their thing back home. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you know Jody Greasy. He's
Yeah.
he's hard. You know what I'm saying? He's really
Mm-hmm.
lyrically like that boy. Diddy Porter, rest in peace to Diddy Porter. That's another one who was doing his thing. But I just think Midwest rap period has had a huge influence on the world over the last couple years. You know what I mean? I mean, you got people from Texas trying to sound like they from the Midwest. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I think Ohio and the Midwest region in particular is very influential on music, hip hop, the rap game, period. So you got a lot of Detroit rappers because Toledo, we about 45 minutes from Detroit. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like we all in the mix up there. You know what I mean? But no, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie and say I know the history of Ohio rap because I really don't. I wouldn't say I'm a real student of music, which I should be. I just kind of like know I'm talented and use that. You know what I mean? I'm just letting God use me. But yeah, I'm gonna study more up on that though. I'm gonna study more up on who's really from Ohio. Because I know a lot of people they move from Ohio, but they from Ohio, right? Like I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you heard of
Yeah.
the Bow Wows. I think what Anita Baker from Ohio?
Yeah. You going way back.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
thinking of names, but it's like right
Mm-hmm.
now in the mix, everybody moved away. They in Atlanta, they everywhere else. So it's kind of hard to decipher who's really truly from like
Mm-hmm.
Ohio or the Midwest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's because we ain't got enough labels there, so that's a whole nother thing. I'm with you on
Yeah,
that, but we moved away for the bag, so I get it.
exactly.
Uh, how hard was it when you moved to H Town? Did you have to change your style, like what? Because that scene is totally different from Midwest. Let's be very clear. So talk about that. Did that influence or change your style at all?
Nah, I mean, they embraced me so fast. It was actually shocking. Like they just see this big head light skinned girl rapping in her car. They're like, "Who is this?" I didn't have people start following me. I used to have a Slim Thug manager. His name Heavy. He was my manager. You know what I mean? He started managing me, and he got me on the scene. And I done did songs with like Lil Kiki. I had Lil Flip mentioning me in interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of female rappers embrace me like Libra Jolie and Ken the Man and so like I'm well respected in Houston and it didn't take much. I just did a couple raps in my car. They came follow me, they reshared, and I even got in the studio, did something with Ken the Man a few years ago. So like I just stayed on the scene and people people respect it. You know, it's a real in Houston. It's a real. They just the culture is different, but Houston a big melting pot. I don't know if people like realize that. Like everybody who really from here, I mean, or live here or do music here, not really from here. You know what I mean? A lot of people are, but a lot of them ain't. So it's kind of like mixed. So they liked it. You know, they like I said, the Midwest got a huge influence on the industry. Period. Like, and,
Okay.
you know, I noticed that. So no, it wasn't hard. They actually love me here, and I love them too. So.
No, I'm with you on that, and I know we had an influence, but I know at least Houston, especially like UGK, had a huge influence in the Midwest. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and we know what Swisher House and everybody did with that. So yes,
Exactly,
absolutely.
exactly.
So, how does it make you feel, as you're doing this faith-based rap? We have mainstream artists who are being more vocal and sharing their faith. You brought up Lil Flip. Lil Flip even did an inspirational song, God Got Us All. When you hear artists like that who you've been in circles with or maybe did music with express their
Yeah.
faith, how does that make you feel now since you're doing faith-based music?
I feel like it makes me feel good. I feel like God. That's what God wants us to do. He wants us to spread the gospel. You know, He wants us to be inspirational in our words. You know, He wants us to bear the fruits of the Spirit. He wants us to be positive, be kind. You know, be joyful and things of that nature. So, you know, the devil, Satan, always got a way to perverse stuff and put the spirit of perversion in music. So I love hearing when people can express that because it's a lot of people who are out here scared to, you know talk about faith and all that because they think it's religion based when it's really it's the relationship, not the religion. You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
they don't be getting that. So I like it. I love it. I'm here for it. I like people. I like to see people tap into that side of themselves, because then that means you truly know who you are. You know your identity. So I'm here for it.
No, so
Yeah.
what did you say to the church who always is judgmental off top and kind of condemns mainstream artists if they feel like they haven't changed their lifestyle totally to represent what they're putting out there? We've seen all the artists do it. I mentioned Flip, but we can go Kanye, we go Chance the Rapper, we can go down the list. We know Gorilla just did something with Kirk Franklin, and it's like
Yeah.
mixed emotions. What's your thoughts on that? Like on the church's response back to mainstream artists doing faith-based music?
I do feel like at the end of the day, you do have to pick a side. But like we were all born into sin. It's not easy, waking up trying to 100% change who you've always been, right? So, in the book of Matthew, it say first remove the plank out of your eye so you can see clear enough to remove it out of your brother and sister in Christ's eyes. So we're not supposed to be condemning. It's a lot of self-righteous people out here who got real dusty skeletons in their closets. So I don't feel like God. We're not supposed to be out here judging and condemning. We could spread the gospel. We can spread the scripture and the word, and that's what we're supposed to do. But it's not our job to judge people for things that they have that they're doing, right? But I do feel like I say, at the end of the day, you do have to pick a side eventually. I don't feel like you can be of the world and and um and kind of like talk God and scripture at the same time. I feel like it has to be one or the other. But you know a tree by its fruits that it bears. So if
Mm-hmm.
you talking like that, but your lifestyle ain't matching that, then hey, that's something you gotta take up with God. But it's not our job to judge you for that. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's my perspective on that.
You about to get into preaching? I feel like it's a minister or a preacher in you. I mean, you looking to go that route, or you just using your music as the avenue to speak the word?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I feel like right now I'm in a season of my life where I'm going wherever God calling me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm still figuring that part of me out. I'm trying to be still and pay attention. Because like I said, this walk new for me too. You know what I mean? So I still got people saying this is of the devil when they hear my music.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually funny. But but no, like I'm telling you, that may be a thing. That may be a thing for me being like I don't want to say a motivational speaker, but something in the lines of inspiration, uplifting, and just like really really teaching them about the word so that people will stop leaning on their own understanding and trying to do it on Sundays and just make it a Monday through Sunday thing where they spend the time with God and getting to know who God is. Because the more you get to know God, the more you get to know yourself, right? So it's kind of like that's why I am in life. I'm figuring out who I am in the identity of Christ, or figuring out my identity in Christ, I should say. But I don't
Mm.
know, like I don't feel like I'm about to be a pastor,
Mm.
but he gave me this gift for a reason, right? So I'm gonna use it to the best of my abilities and just do my best at trying to be obedient in what he's telling me to do.
What made you, start doing, I feel like, you taking covers and making it, what I'm saying, putting that kingdom mix on it. Why did you choose to go that route compared to just, coming out with your own? Or is this the introduction and you got some stuff in the lab you ain't showed us yet?
Well, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. So I did a song called "I'm Her," right? And that's what that is. You know it happened.
Right.
So a lot of people don't know. I found that beat on YouTube, right? And I
Mm.
made a song to it. The guy who made the beat reached out to me and was like, "Yo, like you the hardest person I heard on my beat. Like, thank you for blessing my beat, blah blah blah." And then the song was out. It was doing really good. And then a couple weeks later, here Rilo come with the beat. You know what I mean? So it's like, first of all, that's not a cover. That was my song
Okay.
first. Let's just say
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay.
Second of all, um, for the Boss Man D-Lo, my daughter, I have a daughter in high school. She asked, "Should I mind? Let's do this challenge." That was going on, and I was like, "Man, it's not dancing to that. We just got baptized. I'm like, no, like you don't need to be listening to that anyway." And so something just told me like that beat is hard. I was like, do it, just redo it. And one day I was at work and I was listening to it and I was vibing to it. When I got off work, I got in my car and I started playing with it. And when I pulled up to my house, I sat in that car, I did that freestyle. And I was like, it went viral and it's still going viral. And yeah, so I always been doing covers in my car though. I always do challenges. I love, doing other people's beats. But ever since I did that, now it's like when I hear music, I hear it in a way to where it could be talking to God or about God. You know what I mean? In a way, because
Mm.
now that like, okay, the spirit of perversion is in a lot of music. How can we reverse this? You know what I'm saying? Because even with songs like, that Beyonce, Dance for You or Cater to, in the lyrics, it could seem like she's talking to God, right? It could if you just switch up a couple here and there. And that's what I'm starting to hear because I started to pray and ask God to open up my spiritual eyes, my spiritual ears. And now I'm hearing and seeing things differently. And so when I do hear certain songs, I'm like, let me go ahead and flip this real quick because it's a side of the world, that ain't all just, holy and Catholic and just so like we still got swag to us. You know what I'm saying? So, it's okay to be of God and still have some swag to you. And that's the kind of music I want to put out for people to still be able to, worship, praise and in a respectful manner, but still like, have that ugly face, when you're listening to it. So yeah, that's why I
So
started
can
doing
we
it.
so can we expect a little bit of everything from you? Because we know you sing and rap. So like, are you
Yep.
looking to do some more like worship, or is it gonna be like more like faith-based R&B like?
I have so much. Like I'm really like all around. I could do anything. You know what I mean? And so on my EP, that's gonna be dropping. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the end of this year, like the first quarter of next year, but that's the next project dropping after my single "Father Forgive Him" next. I'm gonna be giving a little dab of everything. So you're gonna get to see my R&B side. You're gonna get to see my gospel side. You're gonna get to see my rap side. Might even throw a little country in there. You know what I mean? But I'm really, I can do everything. I can do anything I want. I put my mind to. So I'm just give people who I am. I never like to be put in a box, and I never like for people to tell me I only can do one thing. So that's what that's my plan. Is just to give y'all a little bit of everything.
Can we expect some collaborations? Who we working with? Is it just all you, or we got some features on this joint?
Maybe there's some things coming. I can't really say too much. I don't want to
Oh, there
spoil
you
it.
go.
You know
There
what
you
I
go.
mean?
You supposed to be dropping everything right here. Listen,
No, no, no. I know y'all want it. Y'all stay hungry. We gonna feed y'all. That's all that matters. But I definitely tapping into some big artists. We got some things coming up. That's what I'm saying.
okay. So
Lot to
do
look
you feel
forward to.
something to look for? So do you feel like this is gonna be your lane for the rest of your career, or is this just Oh, this is it for the rest of your career. So this
Oh yeah.
you all in. You all in.
I'm loyal. I'm a loyal person. So if when I put my mind to something, I stick to that. I don't kind of jump back and forth or go back. And I don't go backwards. We only move forward in life. We only go up. You know what I mean? So
That's good. Listen, before I get you out of here, the name of the show is called The Fixx. We call it The Fixx for a reason. If you could change anything about church culture, about business, anything, what would you change?
um, that's a good question. That's an amazing question. Well, for the church culture, I really wish people will focus on themselves and their relationship with God instead of running around here with picket signs trying to condemn everybody on the earth and worry about who they are when they wake up every day and what their relationship is to God and, do what God called them to do. Because God, I promise you, God didn't put nobody on this earth to go and condemn other people because we were all born into sin. That's not our job, and I wish people would understand that. But yeah, speak more life. You know what I mean? Even in the jobs, the businesses, I wish people would uplift people more and, just stop bringing their problems into other people's spaces and atmospheres and just, walk more positive. Like I feel like if more people poured into people more and stop trying to drain people, be a well, not a drain, you know what I mean? Then this world would be a much better place. But that's pretty much to sum it up how I feel right now.
Listen, that's good. I got to ask a follow up because you said something key. I'm with you on that. Where's the balance then between accountability and judgment? How do you scale that? How do you balance that in the midst of, like you say, telling people to worry about, just them and not
Yeah.
condemning believers? So where's the balance between accountability and judgment in that?
I feel like when you can still, about constructive criticism, right? So it's kind of like you could still form an opinion, but make it like more open ended to give people something to think about or to go and, try to um not necessarily fix, but like, I think more so when you give someone a perspective maybe, and it's not what you say, like it's how you say it, right? So how we say things to other people and how, we place our opinions, our perspective. I think we always need to go back to the word, right? So like the word is God, God is the word. That's it. The word isn't religion, it's the word. That's God, it's spirit. So when you go back to that, I think it's important for us not to lean on our own understanding, but more so have that connection with God enough to say, hey, you know, before I walk out into the world and before, I start to look at what other people are doing, God, open up my spiritual eyes and my ears so that I could, be of help to anybody who may need it, instead of just going out like, you ain't supposed to be doing that. You ain't, it's kind of like it's how you say things. So I don't think, I think you can feel a judgment versus just, someone telling you something that you could more so take accountability for. I don't even know how to answer that for real, but that's a really good question. I'm gonna probably have to go dwell in that, honestly. But yeah, I just
No,
think
it's good.
just watch how you say things to people. And then sometimes, like Proverbs teaches, you don't have to say nothing at all. You know what I mean? You honestly can shut up. Like that's a thing too. Because you don't always have to have a response for everything that you see. You know what I mean? I think it's better to just go in a place and pray for people more so than open your mouth and tell them what they need to be doing. Because you never know, your intercession or you intercepting with God on their behalf could change a lot of things without you even having to open your mouth and tell them anything. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's a
that's
thing
real.
too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Hey, if you could form a supergroup with two artists and one producer from any genre of music, what two artists and one producer you picking?
you know, that's a good question. I'm probably go with Timbaland on the producer tip. Yeah. And then, two artists. You know, ooh, this might sound crazy. I would pick Lecrae and Missy Elliott. I don't know what type of project or what type of song we'll come up with,
Yeah.
but I think it'll be
Yeah.
super different.
Yeah, it'd be very different, and listen, that's a cheat code because you got two producers now. Because Missy produced too, so yeah,
She
that's fire.
sure do. She sure do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
absolutely right. But
yeah.
I
Shouts
love
out to Kurt.
Missy. I always love her style. She's different. You know what I mean? She's versatile, and yeah, she's definitely an OG. in the
Yeah,
game.
and Cray the
So
cheat code. That's family right there. Shouts out to Cray. That's my family. Yeah. That's a cheat code. Listen, Martina, appreciate you coming through, kicking it with us. Come on and tell the people how to connect with you, follow you on all your social media platforms, and introduce your latest
yes,
single.
yes. So y'all can go follow me on Instagram at OG Martina Marie. Y'all can also go follow my TikTok, Original Martina Marie, YouTube Martina Marie. If you got Martina Marie in it, it's me. So go follow me. And my new single is about to be coming out. It's called Father Forgive 'Em, that drops November 1st. So y'all look out for that. In the meantime, y'all go stream 612 and keep your armor of God on, okay? All right.
Keep it locked. You tune into the Fixx. You know the Fixx is in.